everyone, my name is Murray from EnergyInsider, and I'm here today to talk to you about energy skills, meeting the future energy skills demand. Now, depending on how well we do in terms of developing our supply chain, we might have as much or need as much as 100,000 workers by the time we get to 2030 in the UK alone. So how are we going to attract these people in, and how are we going to reach them? That's really the question that I'm asking. I think this is very much an awareness piece, because myself and a colleague, just to give you an example of the lack of awareness, we went to a careers fair and spoken to job seekers and also graduates who are looking for energy related jobs. Now, one of the first questions we asked them was, would you like to work in renewable energy? And the answer is always absolutely yes. They're undoubtedly across the board would like to work in renewable energy companies. And then the next question, how many offshore wind companies do you know the name of? Zero. Everybody has got zero as an answer. So the next question is, okay, well, how many different jobs or how many different services could you describe? Nothing. Zero. That's the sort of situation that we have. So when you're outside of this energy industry bubble, the awareness level is really quite low. And I want to also comment on oil and gas workers transitioning into renewable energy, because this is an area that I know a lot about, because I was an oil and gas worker and I transitioned into renewable energy. And I had a similar problem. I wanted to work desperately to work in offshore wind, but when I tried to get in there, I pushed through the friction, sure. But when I got to the other end, I didn't know any of the services. I find myself for a Scottish company in Taiwan installing offshore transition pieces, and I didn't have a clue about the service that I was actually doing. I had the skills and they recognized that, but I didn't understand what a soil plug removal tool was. We have to get the dirt out of the piles, right? So that's fairly obvious once you understand or it's been explained to you. Then there's an entirely new crew of people that clean the piles, because without cleaning the piles, you're not going to know that the cement's not going to stick without cleaning it. So there's a cleaning crew. And then there's about 30 cementing guys. And I didn't even know these were jobs. So if you could just see, if people could see and understand what the different services were across the entire offshore wind, hydrogen, and carbon capture and utilization space, if they could understand what these jobs were, get a visual idea of what they do and what the skills that are needed within them, both for offshore and onshore, then I think we'll be able to attract a lot more people to come into the industry, because they really have a clear sense of what skills that they identify with and what they can bring to the equation. So this is what we're going to create here. EnergyInsider are going to create the content that revolves around energy skills, the supply chain, what they do, and how it fits into the big picture. And we're also going to get that to the people that need it. In order, these graduates, these younger people that are learning about the industry, that's what we're going to do. We're going to create that resource and then get it to the people that need it. So we can help the companies in the supply chain have access to the talent and skills needed in order to make this transition a reality. We need to help people who are looking for jobs and the companies that need those skilled workers and help bring them together. So what do we need from that? We want to develop partnerships, or at least relationships with companies to get access to your information and content, and so we can film or collect footage, and we also need funding for that. My name is Murray from EnergyInsider. Thanks very much for listening. Thank you.